G'day everyone, Dan here. Welcome to North Queensland Barbecue and Brewing. Today we are cooking these absolutely beautiful pieces of meat here. These are ribeye fillet steaks with the bone on. So I'm joined today by Matt from the Scorching Saddle Chili Company, and I got my friend here, James, filming behind. We're going to do basically 3 different methods of cooking these ribeyes reverse seared. So one's going to go into the offset, the other's going into the bullet smoker, and the other's going to be cooked in the braai here. I've got a cabana there at the moment going, just a bit of a snack. But I think it's braai. I think it's how it's pronounced. Braai. So basically we're going to treat these really simply. We're going to just give them, we're going to cook them till about 45 degrees internal on all 3, and then we're going to take them off, rest them, and then we're going to basically then sear them over the charcoal on the griddle, which is down there somewhere over lump. So literally just salt and a fairly decent sized cut of meat. So we're going to give it a fairly reasonable amount of salt on both sides, and we're just going to let that now soak in for probably about an hour to let it sort of dry brine in that salt before we go on to the next step of the cooking process. But I'm going to be interested to see how the braai goes. I've done a reverse seared ribeye both in the offset and both in the bullet smoker, so yeah, the braai is going to be the interesting one. But hopefully we'll be able to give you a good comparison. We will, in the bullet smoker, we're going to smoke that over hickory smoke, just to give it some hickory flavour. The main comparison we want to do is how the tenderness or the texture turns out in these 3 different cooking methods. You're going to get slightly different flavours by cooking it in the offset as opposed to the bullet smoker or the braai. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll give these an hour, let this salt set in, and we'll come back and we'll get the cooking process started. Hungry. Alright, so first things first, shout out to my mate, the Drunken Barbecue in Canada. He said when it's 20 degrees he's stinking hot. It's about 19 degrees here in Townsville, and I'm actually really cold, so I had to put a jumper on. I mentioned that in a comment to him the other day. Anyway, so we've got these 3 steaks here, and they've been sitting in the fridge for probably about 90 minutes now. So one of them's going to go on the offset, one in the bullet smoker, and one on the braai. So I'll put the first one in over here. And go and just sit down there, and he'll do his thing. This, which one will I do? That one there. This here has the bowl of water in it, so I've put water in, and I'll actually throw a chunk of hickory on there in a minute. Why not now? Get some hickory smoke and that, just something a little bit different. Here you go. So that's burning. They're both sitting about 100 degrees. This one's going to be the interesting one because I haven't done it before. So we've got the braai, and yeah, throw it in there. Squish it down. Now this is a $18 Kmart job, so I've got a bit of security here in my wire, so I'm just gonna throw a bit of extra wire in there, because the worst thing that could happen is losing a $25, $30 steak into the fire. So that, you come over here and have a look at the charcoal. I've got it set up so I've got a fairly good charcoal bed there. I'm going to rest this here, and we're basically going to rotate that around. So give it 5 minutes like that. The heat's coming off there, it's not too strong. So hopefully we get a fairly even cook time through them out, through all 3 of them. We'll take them off probably about 45 to 48 degrees Celsius. And once they're there, we'll rest them for half an hour. I'll foil them up, rest them for half an hour, then we're going to sear them off. On this here grill plate right there, above here, we'll get a heap more charcoal in there, get it nice and hot, get this thing absolutely steaming hot, throw it on, sear them off either side. So hopefully it works out. I've done it before, I know it works, I know it's nice. I haven't done this method, but I've done the other 2. So we'll just do a comparison to see which one we think is the best between the 3 of us. So what I did was I just ripped the hickory out of the bullet smoker because I thought it had enough, and I've just put it next to the steak we're doing here in the braai, sorry. So a little bit of that hickory smoke should kiss the meat there too, and we'll see how that goes. You know, number 1 rule of barbecue, don't have your kids here, because this is why. You're trying to film, and you got sooky little kids with you. Anyway, these things happen, you know, it is what it is. So we got these 2 off. The one from the bullet smoker, the one from the braai, I've got to say it right. Braai? Braai.
That's a cheese.
Braai. Yeah. So yeah, they both finished roughly about the same time. This has taken an extra about 10, 12 minutes or so to get to temperature. We pulled them off about 49 degrees. So now this one here, last one to go, and smoky. That's coming off as well. So it does look good. This one here, the one that was done on the Braai, actually looked really good. This one was a bit grey, but we're going to reverse here, and that's getting real hot right now, the griddle plate. Got as much charcoal as I can. So we're just going to basically wrap these now, let them rest for another 20 so minutes before we throw them on. So they're basically going to get 2 resting periods. The rest after we slow cook them, and then the rest after we sear them right off at a real hot temperature. Taking them off at about 49-50 allows us to sear at about 90 seconds a side and then raise that temperature internally to that 55 to 58 degree. I want it 55, but these being nice and thick, we should be able to get them to be medium rare through the centre. But we'll see how they go. So yeah, we'll come back in about 20 minutes once they've rested and we're good to go. Once again, don't bring kids to a barbecue. Here's what it is. Seriously, who brings their kid to a barbecue, James? It's our cameraman. This is our lives as fathers now. Yep. Oh, there we go. No, he's good now. Yeah, he's good now. Prove me wrong. Alright, so we're good with the first 2 steaks here. So we've got the Braai one and we've got the bullet smoker steak. So they're both going to go onto our charcoal grill here now. And that thing's pretty hot, like raging hot. So I'm going to do 2 at a time. These were the first 2 that were ready to go, and that was the last. So on we go. I'm going to give them about 2 minutes aside to really sear off. You can go a minute, flip it 90 degrees. Depends on how you want to do it, 6 or a halfer. But yeah, we'll come back probably in about 2 to 4 minutes time once we've grilled these. I'll probably 4 minutes. I'll give them a minute and then flip them 90 degrees so it looks good. Come back and then we'll get this last steak on and then we'll do a taste test comparison. That's a drier surface than that.
I was surprised that one didn't get much colour.
Yeah, it gets more colour.
This one?
Yeah.
It's got the hickory smoke.
Yeah, but I thought usually they go reddish, sort of.
Just not enough smoke on it, maybe.
Yeah, it's decent. Schmackaroonie.
Is that the one, that was the one that was in the Braai, wasn't it? And that was a $7.50 Kmart Braai. That's how cheap it was. It was $7.50 from Kmart.
I mean, it's just like steel enclosing a bit of meat. I'm sure it doesn't really matter. That looks good.
Alright, so our 3 steaks, one on the Braai, one on the bullet smoker and one on the offset. So pretty much cooked all to the same internal temperature and then reverse seared for the same amount of time on the grill plate. So we'll see how they go. To be honest with you, I'm going to be just as interested as the other 2 boys here. Now the one on the Braai actually looks the best, I think. Although the one on the offset's actually looking really good too. The one that doesn't look the best is the one that's come out of the bullet smoker. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how well they're each cooked first. I'm just going to slice this up in random sort of ways and we'll just tuck in. So. If I wasn't doing this for actual taste testing, I would be a bit more careful, but because we're doing it the way we're doing it, and I want to see, we'll just take a few initial slices, and we'll give these a go. So Matt, you want to try that one and see what you think to start with? I'm going to try this one as well.
I mean, delicious.
I think it's a little chewy. It's not. It's tender, but it could be the cut too that I took.
You taste the you really taste the charcoal smoke on that one. I think because it was laying up against this, the coal and the smoke.
Just butchering steak. What do you think of that one?
Taste the hickory in it.
I want to try this.
It's very juicy.
Yeah, it is.
But I think this is going to be the money winner.
That Braai's awesome. That's better than that. The one on the Braai, it's charcoal. It's beautiful.
I like this one.
Do you?
Offset's always a winner.
But they're all quite different. This one you can taste the hickory. This one you can taste the smoke of the charcoal. That one there's, you get that offset sort of smoke flavour, but you also get that, I think it's a bit juicier.
In the offset.
Yeah. But all in all, 3 bloody beautiful steaks.
The offset is juicier. You can almost taste the beef flavour more in the offset.
I think the offset just holds a lot more juice in.
It did take longer to cook.
Yeah, yeah.
So the offset took about 10 more minutes to cook. That one was cooked first, and the bullet smoker cooked first, quicker, and I think it's actually tougher and it shows. It's not untender, like it's a beautiful tender steak still. My preference is that for the flavour.
Yeah.
This has the juiciness, but that has the more flavour. You know what? I'll get James to stop filming for a tick. I'll get my wife over here and I'll get James here.
Yep.
You can look after the kids, we'll get their opinions.
Done.
Just to give you an idea, like they're all beautifully medium cooked. So they've all cooked the same. They're all cooked about 49 degrees. So that one there, yeah, being the offset that they're trying first. Right. So obviously it's good.
That's really good.
I'll eat that a bit later.
And that there isn't the bullet smoker.
That's still nice, but that one's definitely beefier.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Well, you can taste the hickory on the outside. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't permeate the meat as much, but I did actually take the hickory chunk out because I didn't want to flood it.
That's just got the wood, the whole cook, the wood flavours through that one, you know.
And I reckon the Braai is the best. Or the Braai.
Right?
I got to get this name right. Sorry if I offend anyone.
Braai?
Braai.
Braai.
That's really good. Like that. That's really nice. It tastes like though, you know, when you're cooking over charcoal. When you're cooking over charcoal,
Yeah.
it tastes like that. Whereas like those ones are offset. So I suppose it would depend on what you're going for.
That's really nice.
It is really nice.
So which one would you prefer out of the 3? The offset.
Yeah, I love it. Because it's got that constant wood flavour the whole way.
Okay.
It's got the charcoal, I love the charcoal, but...
I like that for something different.
So the basic conclusion was from everyone else that the offset smoker did the best job. Me personally, I think that the Braai cooked steak was the best. I love the charcoal flavour. The bullet smoker probably cooked it a bit too quick. If you really want the hickory smoke in it, then go for the bullet smoker. It's actually a really good steak. There's nothing wrong with it. And if all you got's a bullet smoker, then go for it. Like, it is actually a really good steak.
Yeah,
still.
very good.
The juice held, maybe because this took about 10 to 15 minutes longer to cook in the offset. We think that's why it's maintained its juices more. So it's a juicier steak. It's still a really good steak. It is. I like it, but my preference is for the Braai. So, but that's me. Three votes to the bullet smoker. Sorry, the offset, and 1 to the Braai. Well, the offset smoker wins. But yeah, that's how we reverse sear, and we've obviously done 3 different methods, so you can obviously do the same. If you like this video, just like and subscribe. If you like what we're doing between me, Matt, James, just put a comment in the comment section below. Let us know. We're going to do a whole heap of other things. We're going to try to come up with competition lamb shanks and a heap of other stuff. But if you want anything barbecued, like half the stuff we do, we're doing it the first time ourselves and just mucking around, or we've got some experience in other areas and we're kind of putting that knowledge into doing other types of barbecue. So
Yeah, if you suggest something that we haven't cooked before that you want to see, let us know.
until next time, guys, take care.
Ciao.